to the channel. So today is February 29th, so leap year. If it was any other year, it would be March 1st. So I'm taking it as is, LOL. So what we have here in front of us is my seed starting mix. The medium that I am using is, I don't know if you can see it, but I didn't cut off the name, hopefully. This is what I'm using. It's considered an organic seed starter. So I chose to do a run to Home Depot because I was kind of time crunching. Usually I would order my stuff from Amazon and get different company stuff, but at this point I feel that worm casting is earthworm casting, so I picked up this brand. It was the cheapest one that I could find, but when I went to Home Depot, they really were scarce for their material. And it's because I think at this point they just have in their arsenal whatever was left over from last year. I don't mind buying that kind of stuff. And they just had a bunch of pallets of what's coming in for this year, and it wasn't available to purchase. While I was there, I went ahead and picked up a bag of blood meal and bone meal because I will be spreading this in my beds outside once the weather gets a little bit better. We are having some nights here in Bronx, New York that are still dipping in the 30s. I think we have 2 more nights or 3 that are going to be in the high 20s. After that, our high temperatures are in the 50s and our lows are in the 40s. So we are almost there. Daylight saving times is in about 2 weeks and spring is in March 19th. So we are there. We can taste it. The last thing that, well, the second to last thing that I picked up in Home Depot was this Burpee organic tomato and vegetable, what is this, like feeder or feed. So this will also go in the bed. And the last thing that I picked up, I don't know if you guys can see it back here, you probably can. If not, it's just this Miracle Grow moisture control potting mix. I actually went there for Pro Mix. That's my medium of choice because it's compact and it's mainly like peat moss based, but they didn't have it. Like I said, their arsenal was slim picking, so I chose to pick this up because most of the stuff that I'm going to be seed starting today can't stay in this for too long. So today is tomato seed starting day. So I've already put about 3/4 of this bag in here with some earthworm casting. This soil has already been pre-moistened with semi-hot water. The soil is called organic, so hopefully it is free of some fungus gnats. To be honest, I've already started some like herbs and some flowers, and here you can see in this medium already, and I think I have noticed 1 or 2 fungus gnats in here, but I have already eradicated them, so I can speak on that. It has been pretty good. Now I did mix already, like I stated, earthworm castings in this, so we'll see how we go moving forward. The area that I have my grow room in is pretty small, so if anything happens, I can hopefully eradicate the situation. So here I have the flats, as I was already stating. I kind of got off of the topic because I was interrupted by one of my children, so I apologize. So the way that I'm going to be starting my seeds today, besides what I showed you already, that was kind of experimental. That was kind of trying to just get my hands into some soil. But today we are doing the real deal. I have 1020 flats, and I am going to be using these things. A lot of people don't like these guys because they're flimsy and all that things. Listen, I've grown in many, many different ways. If you guys have been with me here throughout the years, I grow in these. I grow in red solo cups when I up pot them. But you do what your budget allows you to do. I am going to be starting them here. Tomatoes are very vigorous growers, and then once they are done here, if you stay tuned to my growing journey, you will see what I up pot them to, which is not gonna take them that long for me to up pot them. Once I up pot them, I'm gonna take them out of this seed starter, and they're gonna go into the Miracle Grow, which I have behind me. And then from there, if I need to up pot them from there, which hopefully I won't, if I get my hands on the Pro Mix, they will go into Pro Mix soil. So I have one of these already prepped over here. This one is nice and full, and I am working on doing this one. Now, I've had these for many years. I think these have been with me for maybe 3-4 years, and I just get these things on Amazon, and they have worked for me without a problem. So I am going to go ahead. I have 2 more of these 6 cells to fill up. I fill them up very easily. I don't like to dense pack them at all. I just like to make sure it's nice and fluffy. Yes, I do wear gloves just because I have my wedding bands on. I don't like to take them off. When I'm in the garden, I do remove everything. So this is just fairly easy. My soil is moist. It's moist to the point that, you know, the way that they say, or everybody says, it's just like brownie mixture. Make sure that it holds is composure, but it also breaks nice and loosely. So what I like to do is I just like to just put it in, and I just make, like, I like to call it dimples. I just dimple it in just once, just to make sure that it does reach the bottom, and then I just backfill without packing in, just like that, and then I take it off. I like to give it just a tap, just like that, and then I'll backfill one more time, and then remove the excess, just so I can see the 6-cell divider. Hopefully you guys saw that, and that's what it ends up looking like. I'll do one more, which is my last one. Dimple it in. I'll pat it just on my hand. Backfill. Remove the excess to see the divider. And there you go. And just right there, now I have both of my 10 by 20 trays nice and full. And now I'm ready to start picking out my tomato seeds. So I'm gonna go ahead and get, I think I have 2 of the photo trays, or 3 of them. I'm gonna go ahead and look through them and see which are gonna be my selections for the 2024 garden tomato seeds. So give me a second while I do that, and I will catch you on that. All right, so I've gone through both of my little portraits that I have here, my little 2 cassette things, and I have come down with 3 little piles: indeterminate, cherry, and determinate. 3 companies primarily. I say that all the time. And my Gardner, Burpee, and Johnny, or rareseed.com, how you know them by. I usually know them by Baker Creek, but Back here it says varieties.com. So here we go. I'm going to try to go through this as quick as possible. I have Grande Rio Verde tomatillos. I've tried to grow them before, not successfully. They've never made it outside the grow room. Giant Belgium. I have grown these before. To be honest, I grow my tomatoes high density. I start out strong and I prune. I don't do single leader, none of that. I do let them go, I guess, wild to a certain point when you get tired. So they touch each other, do all of this stuff. And to the point that sometimes I can't tell who's who. So I enjoy, so I can't really tell you, oh, this one tastes like that, this one tastes like this. I just know they all taste delicious because a homegrown tomato is the best thing that you can get in life. This one is watermelon beefsteak tomato. Most of these I've grown before. Like I tell you, if I have not, I will let you know that it is new to me. Mortgage lifter. This one is a tried and true. Most of these things do get large and in charge for me, and I love them. Delicious tomato. That's what it looks like. Beefsteak tomato. I have a love-hate relationship for this. I get it to grow in the grow room. I get it outside, and for whatever reason, the poor thing gets butchered, chopped off, decapitated. The Lord knows. Last year, as I was putting it in the garden bed, I decapitated the poor plant. Now, when something wants to grow, it will grow because it sends out a shoot, and it grew. Now, did I taste it? Did I get a tomato? Probably. Did I know the difference? No. Triple L crop, another tried and true. Brandywine black. Now, I probably said this last year. I'm going to say it again this year. My husband is into these kind of black bluish tomatoes. He says he likes the taste of them. I don't know if they have like a higher sugar content. I mean, other garden channels will explain, you know, what is in these that make them, I guess, more tastier, but he says he just prefers the better flavor of these. Next one here is the Ace 55. This is kind of like an heirloom. I mean, most of these are heirloom, but he has like an heirloom homestead collection, and this is why this seed package looks like this. Cherokee purple. This is a staple here. And again, the same thing with like the beefsteak. I get this one to grow, but for whatever reason, it does not do too well in the garden. I hope this year is one of those years, because there was one year that I got this to actually flourish and do wonderful in the garden, and this tomato here has my heart. Hillbilly, my husband loves this tomato. I personally don't like orange tomatoes too much. I think they're obviously low in the acidity level, which is why a lot of people that don't like tomatoes that are too acidy tends to go to the orange tomatoes. I personally don't like it too much. I guess if you zhuzh it up, it's good on a sandwich, especially if you're putting vinegar on it. That'll bring the acidity up. But he loves this on a tomato sandwich. Black from Tula. This one, I can attest to this one. A vigorous grower. Tomatoes are delicious. Love this one. If I can grow anything, I will grow this one hands down. And with Black from Tula, Black from Seaman, yeah, Seaman, exactly. These two hand in hand, I won't be able to tell one from the other. The only thing that the Black from Tula is actually a little darker, but if I put them both together, I can't tell the tomatoes apart. Anise Noir, this one was new to me last year. This one is beautiful. Love this. Growing it last year. It was gorgeous. Pink, what is it? Pink Oxheart. I think I'm saying it right. This one grew for me. I think it's supposed to be a nice medium-sized tomato. I think if I'm reading it right. They were small. They were a little small for me, for my liking. I'm going to give it a try again this year and see what happens. They were pretty. They were pretty. The taste, but we'll see. We'll give it another go. Because I've heard in the garden community that people like it, but we'll see what happens. But, you know, anything tomato for me, yes. Giant Crimson. We all know the story to this. I'm not going to beat it to death. I've been growing it since M.I. Gardner brought it back from a box, chest. I think I just need to put it by itself. I think I've gotten tomatoes from it and I just can't recall. Like I said, I grow so many tomatoes that my taste buds are just out of whack and I don't recall, but I'm sure it's amazing. Bonnie's Best is new to me. I think I'm going into some of the new tomatoes for me, and I don't think I've tasted this. I don't know if it's a classic true, but I've heard in the community from the Stivers Homestead that this is what they grow and it's vigorous and good for them, so I'm intrigued. German Johnson. I literally just went on M.I. Gardner's website and I saw most of the things that were new and I just went on a rampage. So this will be new to us and I can't wait. It says here it's a dark pink tomato. When it ripens, that weighs around 1 pound when it fully matured. So I definitely gravitate towards tomatoes that are like 1 pounder, 10 ounces, or even things that can maybe try and grow to 2 pounds. Why not? This is vintage wine tomato. Most of all of these things are indeterminate, and can I cage them all? Nope. This is also new to me. I was intrigued with this one because look at those stripes. Look at that. That's just gorgeous. Like, that's something that you just want to bring inside and just not cut. You just want to stare at it, right? Let's see. It says it's a new variety to the scene. It's a wine tomato. It's a brandy. So let's see. It's red and golden stripes and it's gonna make an impression. It says it's sweet and mild. So we will see. I can't pronounce this one, but I've grown this one last year and this one actually made a big impression to me. It was gorgeous. It looks like the sun to me, and like I said, I don't gravitate too much to like yellowish, but this has yellow or orange with a blush of red and it can turn to this red color. And the taste was really, really good. This is actually a dwarf indeterminate. So I might actually, I don't know. We'll see where I end up actually putting this one because I actually have a packet that's of my determinate. So we'll see where I decide to put this one. I'm actually putting this one to the side. All right, so this year, I went on a little rampage buying kind of Roma style tomatoes. I've never purchased these before. Last year I chose to make salsa. I'm not into canning or none of that. Not that I'm saying that I don't want to learn. I'm on like a homesteading journey. I've been bit by a bug. I don't have canning materials or none of that. Not saying that I don't want to own it. I do eventually. I'm also on a sourdough journey and all that. Excuse me. I got a tickle on my throat. So I went in there and I purchased 3 packages of kind of a sausage kind of style Roma tomatoes. So the classic true Roma tomato, these are going to be new to my journey and I can't wait to grow them. So this is the first one. The other one is the classic true San Marzano. And the other one is called the Jersey Devil. So I can't wait to take that on. When I made the salsa or the sauce style sauce that I made, it was just with my regular tomatoes or heirlooms that I grew. So it was delicious. So I can imagine making them from those. It'll be just thicker. I can't pronounce this one, so I'll just bring it up close. This one I think is also new to me. Look at that size. It says here that you can get tomatoes growing anywhere from 1 to 3 pounds. And this is a French tomato and it is delicious and vigorous. So I can't wait. This is also a new one to me. And this is the name of it. And that is what it looks like. This one is determinate actually, so I'm going to be putting it to the side. This is a Canadian heirloom, so I'm assuming it's suitable, it's saying here, for cold climates. Oh, so this is actually interesting. So I'm going to put this one to the side. It looks like it's medium size. I'm telling you, I was just buying new stuff without actually reading it. This is the next one. That's the name. That's what it looks like. Nice and red. This is indeterminate. And it grows about 4 inches tall and it's loaded with clusters of fruit. And they are sweet and red oval shape. It says they're perfect for sauces and baking into tarts. This is interesting. It looks like I'm going to be challenging my culinary this one is called Marglobe tomatoes, and that's what it looks like. So it looks like I went ahead and got some, what do they call it? They're called saladettes or salad type tomatoes. Those little carton tomatoes that you can get in the supermarket that they're right now selling for like $7 a carton. My God. So this is also a determinate. Should have read these before. So I'm going to put this to the side. It's an American classic and it's ideal for making homemade tomato paste. So you can actually make tomato paste with these guys, soup, spaghetti sauce, and more. And they are high yields. It's averaging around a pound a size. It's disease, crack, and resistance. Very interesting. So if you guys are interested in that, go ahead. So I can't be a classic New Yorker without getting the New Yorker tomato. I was actually, intrigued that he had this. He's had this on his website for a while, but to be honest, I was just, I was like, I'm not going to get that. And it's actually a determinate. And it is perfect sweets and acidity flavor balance. It has a high yield, bright red, meaty fruits, and it's great for canning and fresh eating. Interesting. It matures earlier than most tomatoes, and it's perfect in size. And it is also, it's good for my climate. It's cold. It's good for colder growing conditions in the northern eastern U.S. So this is beautiful. Very happy. Okay, so the last ones that I have here, at least for what I thought was my indeterminates, but whatever, just a hodgepodge of stuff, is the ones for Baker Creek or Rare Seed. And I think I grew these last year, but they did not get this black color because I'm assuming, or I've heard through the community, they have to be exposed to the sun. And the way that I grow my tomatoes, if I've already not said so, they are growing a high density. So all the foliage, because I don't remove all the foliage, I don't think you're supposed to, because they can also get sun scald. So they don't get this beautiful color here because they don't get as much sun. So this one here is called Blue Beauty. Look how gorgeous that is. Gorgeous, gorgeous. This one here is called True Beefsteak or Fiji Improved. I hope I'm saying that correctly. That is a gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This was called Black Beauty. If I can get a tomato that's that color, I am going to put all my beautiful tomatoes and take a picture, and that's going to be like my picture across all my social medias. Paul Robinson, that's a true classic for a lot of the homesteaders. And so is Mushroom Basket. This one I grew. Oh my God. Just trust me with this one. Big, beautiful tomatoes. The insides are gorgeous. I got a couple of fasciated tomatoes from this guy right here. Big. They were just, oh, that's all I have to say. All right, so let me get this together right here, and I'm going to come back with you and show you my cherry tomatoes and the determinants. All right, so my determinants are basically from Burpee and from Johnny's. Unfortunately, these guys don't have pictures, so it is what it is. So this will probably be a little quicker. So from Burpee's, the one that I have is Baby Boomer, and these are hybrids. I have a Mighty Sweet Tangerine. So this one is an orange. And that one was actually delicious. We have a Celebrity Hybrid. We have a Bush Early Girl. Now I've grown this one before. These have all been grown before. The first time was last year, but I've grown the indeterminate variety of these. And this one is Beefsteak, a hybrid. Now from Johnny Seeds, we have Mountain Fresh Plus F1. We also have Jolene F1. We have Grand Marshal F1. Second to last, if I can get myself together, Skyway F1. And this is OG. I don't know what those mean. Hopefully you guys know the lingo. And the last one is Galahad. I hope I'm saying that right. F1 OG. And those are my determinants. And once it comes to cherry, I have large red cherry. And once it comes to this one, I only grow one. I'll start 2 or 3 seeds and I'll pick my healthiest one, and then I'll only grow out one because that it's ridiculous what it puts out. Sweetie Tomato, Black Cherry. And everybody in the homesteading community or garden community grows Sun Gold because this is garden candy. And that is the 2024 tomato season. So now what I am going to sit here and do is count this out and see if I can fit that in this 10-20 flat. If I can't, I do have another one. But I'm hoping I don't have to go into that. I have everything set up here. I hope you can see that. I have some labels here that are labels recycled from last year. If not, I have some extra ones here so I can make for my new varieties. I have a garden marker. I have my little dibbler to make the holes. I have a little pincher here in case if one of my seeds are too small. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started, and then I'll show you guys the end products when they're on the heat mat. They don't need the grow lights. The grow lights are on for other stuff, other projects that I have going on in the grow room, but I will show them where I place them and what they will be looking like at the end of the video. But I hope I don't have to use the other 10x20 because that's where I'm hoping to put the peppers, which will be on a separate video because I have to give you guys the lowdown on that. But let me get this started and I'll bring you guys back at the end. All right, guys, so this is what we ended up with. These are officially the tomatoes that we are going to be, let me see if I can zoom you guys out. There we go. These are the tomatoes that we will be growing in 2024 gardening season, saying that they all germinate. These are fairly new seeds. Some of them might be 2023, maybe pushing 2022. I didn't look in the back, but these should all germinate without a problem. Very reliable seeds. There are 49 varieties in here. Why? Don't ask me. Where am I gonna put them? Also, don't ask me. You're not allowed to do that. If you have been here before, you know my backyard is not huge, but it is mighty. Will I plant all of these? Yes, yes, I will. Um, the ones that are over here, I put a little D right here. I don't know if you guys can see them. These are my determinants. These over here are cherry. I put a C in them, so everything else is indeterminate. And I will start off strong, like I've already probably stated. I will prune, I'll do this, I'll do that, and then I will get garden tired, and I will just let them go, and whatever they want to give me is what I will take. But that's okay. We all have our reasoning behind it, but I can't wait. So this is what we have for you guys right now. I have them here. I have them on a heat mat that is right there. I have them next to some Lysianthus over there. That's just the whole other project. I am surprised they are actually even up, but they are slow growers. Will I ever get to see any flowers from that? First time growing that. Just a project. But anywho, not to get sidetracked, because I do that very easily. Worm, squirrel, and I'll run with it. But this is what we have, and I am excited. I hope you guys just stick to the channel, watch the videos coming in the near future, so you guys can see these guys grow, progress, transplanted, up potted, whatever it is that you guys want to call it, and go into the garden and see them fruit. So I will be putting these probably up higher over here with my peppers. That will be in a future video. So stay tuned to the channel so you can see all my shenanigans here in the grow room, starting seeds in the kitchen, you know, with the produce coming in from the garden and all that in the near future. So as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and we will see you guys on the next video. So stay tuned. Love, bye, peace. Grow a plant with a seed so it can produce. Bye.